Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Down, 185, 59. What's up? What's up?
This is the rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That one caught. It's the rookie Hunter Renfrow. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Down. Check, 59. 180. 180, we're good. 180. 180,
and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. That one good for 24 yards. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. What a talent for Derek Carr to have on his side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
93. 93. Hey, echo.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Carr now on first down. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away. Quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Luke Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Gordon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready, round 80. Mike 5-4. 6-man. White. Check cross.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Flushed. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And an alley to run. There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
Football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
What now? Ready? 59. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the 36, Carr caught left side, Williams. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver.
734.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now. Big stop. 180. Big stop. 180. We're good. We're good. 180.
Here's Jacobs. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trevor Williams with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And he's got room. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Carlson on for the PAT. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. Well, going over some notes in the pregame and looking at Phillip Rivers' record against Oakland, 18-8 all-time against them. And those 18 wins, more than... And the Raiders have got him!
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down, and when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama, Mack Wilson. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Desmond King making the tackle. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 45 on second down, Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. To throw again, Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Charger 17-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Carlson able to put this one through. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
That's it, baby. We don't work.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Gordon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first down, it's Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Denzel Perryman. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Let him know. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, Rivers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conlon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The intended receiver there, Allen. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Get him.
Here's Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Let's get this.
Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Now Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A big play there by Gordon. 49 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Set, 180. 54 miles. Here we go.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Rivers flushed out right, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it, happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Carr now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr, and the Raiders have retaken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there. So
they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. He's got Anderson right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, it doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Rivers now flushed out right. And to the right side here, it's Allen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now this throw caught left side. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Rivers now from the 50. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point up and good by Crosby. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for our visitors, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.